Don't need no time watch. I don't know how I got you in my pocket spot. Yeah, that's babe, need you every day. You like my oxygen. Make it seem like the barging down. Got my heart, no barging in. From the
Boss wanna copy my steel.
Look at me, beach, dude. Push me over here, push me over here.
Plastic boss wanna copy my steel.
All right, episode number 2 or 3 or whatever we decide to be. Yeah, so tourney time. Old Maxie and I kind of bit off more than we could chew and just threw it out there, decided we're gonna go try a tournament in a place we've never fished. Maybe got a little too big for our britches. So we threw in our money and booked an Airbnb and traveled north. And so, yeah, we thought we'd knock out an episode while we pre-fished this tourney. So we got up, tournament was on a Saturday. We got up to Saint Augustine, just about 2 hours north of us on I think we got up there on a Wednesday. Figured we fished 3 days. Got out there and felt pretty good. You know, completely different fishery. Our lagoon is all clear water, sight casting. Not a lot of oyster beds where we're at. We're casting clear water. We're seeing fish. We're seeing their bodies. We're seeing their tails. It's not the case in Saint Augustine. It's a lot more tidal. Where I guide, I rarely even check the tides because on the flats where we're at, it doesn't really matter. There's not a whole lot of tidal movement. We almost got stuck back there, stuck in some of those creeks a few times.
Not a tournament winner, but I'd be okay with 2 of these.
Got out of there day 1, pretty quickly in. We found some good fish. You know, kind of using general rules of thumb. As the tide pushes in, we're pushing deep in the creeks. As the tide pushes out, we're working our way out. And so got a plump little 25.5 incher right off the bat. Felt pretty good. Got a few like 23s, 24s. You know, got some decent fish. Maybe nothing that's gonna win the FLW Redfish Series, but some decent fish, some fish we could weigh. And started to figure out, you know, we tried to cover a big expanse. I had kind of marked on a map a few areas that we could target. And after day 2, we found this one little area where we knew some little cuts. We knew there's some oyster beds. We had seen fish held up there. We had caught fish held up there. And so we focused heavily on a few areas.
That little junction we did.
But it's a completely different fishery. I mean, we're not casting at fish that we're seeing so much. It's a lot more head wakes. We did see a few tails here and there, but it's a lot more blind casting, which I just don't do very much on a regular basis. I'm rarely blind casting, but we caught some redfish, and Max and I are having a good time. We're stoked. We're out there all day, every day, figuring the tides out, figuring all this out. And you know, going into tourney day, we're probably a little bit cocky. We thought we had it. We're like, well, nothing else. We're gonna bring in 2 weight fish. We're gonna get on the board. And side note, we didn't even know what this series was, this tournament series. Like, we thought it's like, okay, this is kind of like a little Mickey Mouse, like, whatever tournament, you know, it's a bunch of buddies throwing in $500 each and we'll see who wins. And we show up to the captain's meeting. It's all these guys in their freaking NASCAR looking fishing uniforms with Shimano down their arms and Mercury. And oh God, I don't know, what was it, like 40 boats or something? 40 boats in this shotgun start. Of course, everyone has their like 300s on the back of their 18-foot carbon fiber egrets. You know, it's like, so we're there. You know, I got my little 18-foot beaver tail with our 60 Suzuki on the back that probably goes half as fast as any of these boats. We didn't have a big enough live well. We had to use a Yeti cooler with a bubbler for to be legal. But we got out there, and again, though, I mean, we had caught fish. The 3 days before, we had caught fish that would have placed in the tournament, like we would have weighed. And man, we got out there that morning, the wind had shifted, there were storms rolling in, and yeah, we did terrible. We caught a flounder that we took home for lunch, and I think Max caught a 17-inch redfish, like not even a weight fish. It was tough. Now, all that to say, we did find out that out of what, like 40 boats, each boat was supposed to weigh 2 fish. Only like 36 fish were weighed. So even some of these Jacksonville boys, St. Augustine boys, these local guys, like a lot of them didn't even do it. And we heard of guys running like 2 hours south on boat to go catch fish. That made us feel a little bit better, but definitely humbled us a little bit when we thought, I think that's just how I feel anytime. I'm like, we're just gonna come in here and win this thing, you know? I already had purchases made with our cash prize that we were gonna win.
Ooh, you got that?
Mm-hmm. Got him.
We're fishing the same fish. And I've said it before, like, if I could fish one fish the rest of my life, it's gonna be a redfish.
Poor lady's holding it totally underneath this dock. I had to pull it out for her. And the guy comes up, he's like, I was like, current's fucking ripping.
What's up, Doggo?
Stoked to be here.
Oh yeah, man.
You know, we went to Saint Augustine, we fished this tournament, we kind of got our butts handed to us, but we saw the potential. Like the first few days, we caught fish, we found some sick areas, and we were just trying to dial in, hey, we need to be at this place on this tide. Max and I and the boys decided we're gonna throw it up and let's go have redemption day. Come on, Cody, you're not seeing any tails, man? What are you doing? Get your head out of grass. And, you know, we loaded up, all drove down there, found the right tides. One to really hit it at low tide. We wanted to really see what the shallow water is going to look like, what the exposed oyster beds, you know, these creeks as they're pouring out. You know, we wanted to see what the skinny waters in those back creeks would look like. And so we got out there, and I think we totally redeemed ourselves. Another one to his left. Please tell me you're filming, Max. Yeah. Yeah, there's a few back here, boys. Those oyster scratches aren't hurting my ears as much anymore. It's a decent one. That was right on his head, dude. Ooh. No. The targeted species. Yeah, I just barely saw his back kind of pushing. I was like, I don't think that's a mullet.
I didn't see him.
I put it like maybe 6 inches in front of him. On our boy's bait too.
Sick.
On the clarity. The 3-inch chunk. I'd say we got about 8 minutes to get in here before we're stuck here forever. Yeah, so we had first fish we caught. You know, we were pushing these low creeks and we almost got stuck in this creek. We kind of both, my boat and the camera boat, we realized, man, the tide's pouring out way quicker than we thought. We kind of got a little lost. You know, we're all on Google Maps trying to figure out. But right as we're doing that, I look across and I see 2 fish just, I mean, almost just walking down the bank. I mean, it's very clearly not a mullet headwake. Finally saw the back come out, made a pretty long cast, you know, probably a good 50, 60 foot cast, put it right behind him, a couple little twitches, and just watched him gobble it. You know, I experience a lot of tailing fish where I guide, but I don't get to see those super, like I very rarely will see a belly crawler. Oh, there's one right there, right on the right. Dude, right there. Oh, right here. Right in front of the boat. They're everywhere, dude. Oh, right here. That was a different one. There he is. Jeez, what am I freaking 2 for 9 today? Smaller hook, smaller bait, dude. That one, he had it in his mouth for 4 seconds. I don't know how. I spooked another one, but this is the one I was casting. He was coming this way. The other one was coming the other way. Just a heads up, Cody. There's a big oyster bed right in front of us.
All right, hold it, hold it. Beautiful shot, beautiful shot.
We can just hang here for a second and see if they just... There it is.
There he goes. Oh, what? You caught the rat.
Slaying. I thought it was a catfish, dude. Oh, look at that one crawling on the right. You see his back out?
Yep, watch this. There's one that's back out of the water. Oh, fucking that was...
Give me a good push, please. I think I can get it.
Oh my God, look at that.
No, don't freaking turn.
Go ahead, Ted. That was not a good one. Nice, perfect.
Hold on a second. Let me just hit him with it.
Nope, do that again. Yeah, that's him laying there.
Dude. This is crazy.
There you go.
I think that's a stick.
No, dude, that's the...
It's not. We watched him crawl. Dude, he just...
That's a mill right there.
The redfish sitting right here, dude. That's his back out of the water.
Right here, look. Right there. Right there, that's a fish.
I promise you, on my
Guys, give me $100 each.
daughter's life.
Yep. Right there. He's gonna eat. He's gonna eat. Dude, your lure's on his head. Your lure is on his head.
This is the Are you getting video of this, Max?
I see it.
That's insane.
I see his back. He landed on him.
There he is. Wow.
Doesn't want it.
Almost. You owe me $100.
Dude, this footage is insane.
Oh no.
Look at me, he's beach, dude.
Go catch him.
Push me over here. Push me over here.
Oh, he came back.
You were gonna jump off, weren't you?
I was, dude. I'll go grab him.
Sink knee deep. I was gonna laugh so hard.
I wouldn't care, dude. That's the craziest footage of all time.
Boys, we're about to go viral, boys.
Got one. Or an oyster fish. Or no, it's not an oyster fish. It's an actual fish. It's a real live fish. Woo, another monster.
Flip that bad boy like a bass.
Yeah, that was a nice one tailing right there, wasn't it?
That was an eagle guy.
Wasn't that little?
There goes one.
Hey, there goes one.
It was cool because I remember this creek that Max and I, when we went up there to fish the tournament, we had this one little bend that it was like, we didn't catch any studs out of it. They were all in like that, I don't know, 18 to 23 inch range. But it was like on fly, on bait, on artificials, whatever we threw around the corner of this bend, it was like almost every cast.
He's like a foot and a half, 2 feet behind that. Are you slapping the shore like that?
Yeah, I see him.
Okay. That's wild. Yeah, you got a nice
Got one.
gulp there, right?
Got one. First cast.
The snapper.
Wait, so you didn't get it? It's another little dink, but it's a redfish. Yeah, it's got like a little shaker in it.
Aiden's fly. Show that shit to Aiden. He was excited about that.
I remember this little bend, and we turned. It was cool to call it, you know, like it's. And again, a lot of that's luck, but you feel like the man when you freaking call, hey, we're gonna turn this corner, I'm gonna make a cast, and we're gonna get hooked up. And we did like 5 or 6 times, like to the point where, again, like we handed the guy pushing me, Cody, a rod, and we were both hooking up.
Nice. We're not done yet. Not done yet. Going for a run.
I'll do your boat.
Yep. Vikings, like I'm gonna get out of this shelter here.
My boat.
Yep.
It was a healthy one, boy.
Crazy spawning. They're like further up his back.
Those Carters. Do I have them in the back?
No, you got him. He ate it.
Icy. Oh yeah. Look at all the spots.
Bait in this back too.
Got my heart no in the bed. Break you in, then it is every day.
But St. Augustine is pretty all time. You know, it's a fun change of pace to go fish these crazy, you know, where we're at, it's bright colors, clear water, bright green seagrass, and then to go down there and you got this muted marshy look with pink spoonbills and these just pumpkin colored redfish. It was pretty epic.
No cameras right now.
I'll catch a big mullet, I don't care. I ain't scared. Did it? I want to catch a mullet on fly. That's my bucket list fish. 13 fishing, they cast great. So probably the sickest eat of the day. Pushing in one of these creeks again. Again, the tide's almost dead drained out. And we come around a corner and I just see this long, narrow, little strip of water with mud banks going up to the grass. And I mean, literally probably 100 feet off, I see this fish. I mean, I can almost see his eyeballs. I mean, just straight up crawling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, just making his way. Like the tide's pouring out. He's trying to get out of this bank before he runs out of water, out of this creek. And made a long cast again. He was on the left side of the bank, put it right past him on the left, kind of give it almost like my bait was almost stuck in the mud. It was so shallow. Kind of gave it a couple little twitches right in front of his face, and he just hammered it. I mean, huge explosion, but it was cool too because he couldn't really move. Like he wasn't enough water to really make a run until he made it out of the creek. And I mean, that fish ended up being a stud. It was like 27, 28. I mean, it was a freaking solid fish. That was a sick eat.
Don't get much better than that.
Oh, he's waving at us, dude. This one's a little better than the previous ones. Yeah, there's a bunch.
Good job, Rick. That was cool. Nice cast. That's what you needed. First cast, get right by him.
I need some freaking redemption, dude. Never lost so many fish in my life. Where were these things tournament day, dude? No. I think the tide got lower. I think so. I'm calling 25. I always undercall them though. Jeez, dude, look at the one coming out of the.
Damn, that's 28 all day.
Yeah, that's top spot. At least.
That's the coolest eat of the day. I mean, that first one was kind of like that too. Yeah, he was not as bashful as the other ones. Yeah, he's a hefty one. didn't trout set this one.
I'm saying 29.
You think so? How about that one, boys? That'll keep. 27, dude. This was this is a $4,000 fish for us in February, Max.
Sit up on the, I want to get a picture of you real quick. And then we can do it.
What you gonna do when the rain is coming down? Nothing more to do when there's no one else around. Bring it back to the middle, push, take it back to the rhythm. Keep it up for good when the sky's falling down. All you gotta do is to bring it to the ground. Hit it up to your inner move, stop, start, down. Nobody can get what you're going through. Nobody can get what you've done. Nobody can get what you're going through.
Jeez, mate.